Welcome to Business Talk, our weekly University of Rio Grande and Ohio State University South Centers podcast show. We are here at the University of Rio Grande TV studio. Not only are we doing live internet radio through Blog Talk Radio, but we're also live on the Jackson Educational Access channel and Channel 17 University of Rio TV channel. Our podcasts are archived and placed on YouTube for viewing and listening again. Our mission is simple: to promote the University of Rio Grande and its diverse educational programs, promote the Ohio State University South Centers and its many business technology programs, promote small businesses and its support organizations, and finally, promote Southern Ohio, a great place to live, learn and enjoy life to the fullest. Co-hosts are Jason Winters, Director of the Center for Small Business Entrepreneurship, and Mike Thompson, Instructional Design and Media Services Director, both with the University of Rio Grande. We also have Patrick Dengel, Business Development Specialist with the Ohio State University South Centers, and myself, Peter Masters, MBA student, as a co-host, and Jason Watson behind the camera. We would like to welcome Amanda Ehman today, the Coordinator of Adult Recruitment and Community Outreach, and also an MBA student here at the University of Rio Grande. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you, Peter.
Amanda, it is great having you on the show. It's great having you, Peter, and it's great having Jason behind the scenes. This is a first. I want you all to know this is a first. Many times when we have done shows, we have had Jason, and we have had Mike and myself and some of the guest hosts. Finally, we have more students than we do have faculty and directors and things of that nature. We were talking with about Jason. Jason wanted to be here, but his mother is in the hospital. His mother is Deborah Winters, and she's recovering from some surgery. It's not life-threatening or anything of that nature. She just needs to recuperate. And Jason was torn between his mother or our show, and I think all of us wanted to wish Deborah Winters the best in health, and she teaches 30 plus years in
That's
the
wonderful.
You need a medal for that.
and she has been a really good educator in the I think it's the junior high or the high school, but anyway.
And she only needs her knees replaced.
Yes.
You'd think she'd need counseling or something.
Well, Jason and Deborah, we hope if you're listening that you, Deborah, you continue getting better so you can get back into the classroom. But as I was saying before, Jason's here in spirit. Mike, we have a special guest host, and as Peter was indicating, a MBA student with you.
Yes.
We have class together, yes.
but you've been working here at the university for...
I have been at Rio Grande for 3 years, and my name's Amanda Ehman. I'm a wife to a wonderful husband. He told me I had to say that. And I'm
That's
a mother.
what all the people on the game shows say.
Yes.
He paid her.
I'm a mother to a beautiful daughter who is 11. Her name is Evelina. And a son who is 9. He is Evander. And I'm the coordinator of adult recruitment and community outreach for Rio Grande Community College. And I'm an MBA student here at the University of Rio Grande.
I think that's fantastic. My understanding that your husband, Keith, is somebody special here at the University of Rio Grande.
He is the Red Storm, and he comes to the basketball games and some soccer events dressed as the Red Storm. But we're really not supposed to know who it is because he's in character.
I do have a special request though, Keith, that you attend a women's soccer game next year in full costume.
Okay. He'll probably take you up on that.
That is fantastic. When did the women's soccer team play?
Our schedule for next season is not officially sorted yet. We're just doing game contracts.
Oh, okay.
But it will be up in the next few months.
So he's to be there in September. Is that when it is?
Yeah, we have a lot of home games, and I'll make sure I let Amanda know.
Well, I'm quite sure. From what I understand, he's a really good Red Storm.
Yes.
Great.
So
Can't wait.
So what's your title?
Well, I'm the coordinator of adult recruitment, and talking about adult students, the reason that I introduced myself in the way that I did as wife, mother, career, and then I did the MBA student last is because most of our post-traditional students, that's how they consider themselves. They are not students, they are family, career, and then students. And so my position is just working with that type of student to help them to see what all we can offer them at Rio to better their experience here.
So,
Okay.
so what really constitutes being an adult student?
Well, we kind of have to put a number. I hate to put a number on the age, but for reports and things like that, we do say 25 years or older. I'll have to look at my notes. You've got my notes here. We've got employed part-time or full-time, and that's what we talked about, the career, and serves as role of spouse, domestic partner, parent, or caretaker, and then veteran. And we are seeing more veterans on our campus. And so that would be the criteria or the category that you would be as a post-traditional student. And here at Rio, we're seeing we have about 50%, over 50% of our students now are post-traditional.
And what would traditional be? Just straight out of high
Traditional
school?
student would be that student that came right out of high school.
Okay.
Yep, and started.
Do the post-traditionals stay in the dorm? Or residence halls?
Well, some do. We do have a few that stay on campus. Most post-traditional students, though, they are at home with their family. You know, they're worrying about dinner and getting the children's homework done before they can start their homework. And so that's, you know, most post-traditional students, they are not.
So that means you're pretty busy. How, if I was interested, how can I fit all that in and be a student too?
Well, you know, what we're seeing right now, we're seeing that students, post-traditional students, are finding that right now in this day and age that if they do not have a college degree, an associate's or bachelor's, they're not going to get that better job. And so, or they're being laid off, and that is what we're seeing a lot right now. So that person who's laid off, they can attend, you know, regular daytime schedule and then go home and take care of the children. And we have several students that are doing that.
So people are in a job change or they want to move up because they've hit the ceiling of whatever that they can go.
And that's what we're seeing. We are also seeing a lot of totally different career change. You know, if they've done social work their entire life right now, and now they want to be a nurse, and we get a lot of that too. And
yeah, it's interesting when you get those coal miner to nurse job transitions.
Yeah.
How many different programs, academic programs, are here at the University of Rio Grande? I was reading somewhere that there are over 60.
Oh, yeah. We have over 60 programs for students to choose from, and that would be the associate's degree, the bachelor's degree. We have several certificate programs that our post-traditional students are very interested in because that's a program they can start in a year and then be finished with in a year.
So why should really an adult who has started their career, other than changing jobs and things of that nature, why should they consider going back to college?
Well, you know, it's just basically fact of life now is what we're saying. They have to go back to college in order to better themselves. You know, we're saying they're watching their other coworkers get that better job because they have a bachelor's degree or an MBA, and they're sitting there with an associate's degree and not even getting looked at for that position. So
yeah, the days of working your way up the ladder with some college or whatever, just working yourself from like janitor to president, those days are kind of over because without that degree or those initials after your name, you're not even considered.
Yeah. Most job specifications online or anywhere you look now have degree requirements in them.
Right.
As far as the community college and associate's degrees, we have the several programs. Now, right now, we are offering a bachelor's degree. We have a couple bachelor's degree programs that are tailor-made for that working student, the person who needs to still work that job. They have an associate's degree already in business, or right now we have a healthcare administration degree. So that student would need to already have an associate's in an allied health field, which would be radiology, DMS, we've got the respiratory therapy. So that student can come back in an associate's degree, work a full-time job, which is why they got their associate's degree, take evening, online, or hybrid classes. The entire program is offered that way, and earn their bachelor's degree. And so those are things that I'm very proud of, that the University of Rio Grande Community College are seeing the need, and they are kind of changing their not only daytime classes, but we do have evening classes, and we have online for that adult student.
So what kind of job could you get with the healthcare administrator?
Well, because you have to already have the associate's degree in an allied health, you would be, let's say, the floor department manager of a nursing home or the hospital. You know, that would be the management position. So there's a lot of business classes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a little older, and I've got a lot of experience.
You're over 25?
A couple years.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just 26.
So I've got some experience. Is there anything I can do with that? Have I just, do I have to take a class that I already know how to do the job?
Right, and one of the classes that we offer here at Rio that I'm very proud of, it is our prior learning assessment class. And that is a class that you take. It's a 3-credit-hour class, and you take it. We have a wonderful lady on campus. Her name is Debbie Browning from Records. Hi, Debbie. And she will show you how to build your portfolio. And the purpose of the class is to earn college credit for life experiential learning. So, it's not just experience is going to get you college credit. You have to show your knowledge that you earned the experiential learning. And you build this portfolio. Let's say you are wanting business because you owned a flower shop, or you owned a tanning business, or drug and alcohol testing business. I'm just saying those things because that's what I did. And you see that, oh, well, I have a small business management background. Let me write about that. Let me get some coworkers to write some letters of recommendations for me, show some spreadsheets that I built for purchase orders and things like that. You build a portfolio for each class, and you turn it into the business department or any department that you're trying to earn the credit, and they will review it, and they will say, yes, we see that you have this college experience, and you can earn college credit through this class. And that is an accelerated degree program, and we are really seeing when the post-traditional student walks through the door, it's what degree can I get, and how long is it going to take me to do it?
Well, let's face it, college can be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine that there are many adults out there looking at, boy, the tuition is way up there. Well, you were mentioning something about there's a really good price break.
We do have. Now, the Rio Grande Community College, we are fortunate that we have community college rates that are, very feasible for the student that doesn't have the associate's degree or needs to finish a few classes at community college rates to move into the university rates. University rates are very high. And we are aware of that, and we've put a few things in place with scholarships. If you can keep your GPA up in any of the different programs, you're going to automatically get some scholarships that'll go toward your tuition. But the 2 programs that I mentioned earlier, the bachelor's degree in business management that are all evening and online classes, and the healthcare administration, they have been approved for a $400 credit rate or credit hour rate. And so that's fabulous whenever you are working, you do have family, and you do have those concerns that Patrick mentioned. And so we are aware that, these are special needs that it.
And the delivery of the classes, I understand, is a little different. Did you say 8-week classes?
Right, and that's kind of how we're doing our classes,
Yeah.
Peter. And I love it because what it is, you can do an 8-week class. So one semester, you're taking 2 classes, but you're only concentrating on one class for 8 weeks. So you can put your full heart in that managerial economics class, yes. And then the second 8 weeks, you take your other class that you can really concentrate on. But you're taking 2 classes, 6 credit hours a semester. Or you can bump that up to 2 classes. So you would take 2 for the 8 weeks and then 2 for the 8 weeks. And you're just concentrating. And that's what I really like about our MBA program too, because they offer it in that format.
Well, so you would take 2 classes at 8 hours apiece?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it's 8-week classes.
8-week classes.
Uh-huh,
You
yeah.
do 12 credits a semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're just you can really concentrate on that class.
Well,
To me, that would be a really good benefit.
Yes, that is.
The MBA program sort of is up your alley
It
because
is.
you've had 2 businesses, 3 business experiences.
Yes, yes. As I
grown
mentioned,
up.
flower shop and drug and alcohol testing business, which is still going strong with my parents. They're running that right now. So the MBA program focuses on entrepreneurship. And so that is very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. And so you sort of have a best of 3 worlds. You're a student.
Yes.
You're an employee here at the University of Rio Grande, and then you have the business experience working at home, and of course taking care of Keith
and the children, my 3 kids. Yes.
Important
I
part.
do feel blessed,
That's
and
right.
I've always said, that I was very fortunate to have Rio Grande Community College. I was that traditional student. I came right out of high school. I graduated from Galley Academy High School. I'm not going to say when.
That was
Remember,
4
I'm just
4
over
years
24.
ago.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that
over
was-
24.
That was
yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to be a nurse. I knew I was going to be a nurse. I candy striped in high school. And I got into the nursing program and I was doing all right. And then I had to go do my clinical. And I had to knock on Mr. Smith's door at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, I need to get your blood pressure. And that was hard on me. Believe it or not, I couldn't speak up then.
Just
At
making the
18
entrance
years
into the
old.
road.
Yeah, at 18 years old, that was a difficult thing for me.
Not
Now-
poking the needles or anything.
No, I didn't. This was just the 18-year-old not ready for that yet.
Okay.
So I was fortunate enough to be able to work at the flower shop, and we grew that. I switched my major to business classes because, I had parents that said, you got to be we got to do something with our college. So I took some business classes. The flower shop grew to be very demanding on time, and I didn't need the college degree at that time. So then I, of course, met Keith. We got married. 5 years later, we had Evelina. And then life is happening, which I think a lot of our post-traditional students.
It's like you get on that train and it just goes down
and
the
then
road.
life happened. So in 2009, we had that wonderful economy. We all remember the economy did wonderful for all of us. And Amanda was in the need for a degree. And so I was fortunate enough to be walking on campus. We have an English bulldog, and we were walking him on campus. And I ran into somebody that said they're hiring right now as an admissions secretary. I said, okay, that sounds like I can do that. You didn't have to have a degree to do it, and I didn't have a degree. I was fortunate to work here at Rio. You can take college credits at a reduced rate. And so with my college that I had in 92, some nursing and business, I was able to build with the life experience portfolio class and some online classes and get my bachelor's degree in business management. And that's when they promoted me to the coordinator of adult recruitment, because I guess I connect with the adult students and am fortunate enough to just follow through as the MBA program. So I feel blessed, very blessed.
Well, let me ask you this. The academics, the campus, the location, the student body, the adults, the coursework, the faculty. What's the one area that you like the most?
Admissions office now. The admissions office is the best office
And
on
your
campus.
boss, yeah.
They're watching.
Hi, everybody.
Because I'm going to be asking Peter that too, because he comes from a different country, etc. But go ahead. So,
Oh, well.
besides the admission office, what do you like? The academics, the campus, the location?
Well, faculty and staff, that has been a big thing. And as a post-traditional student, I have been able to enjoy the basketball games. As a family, we like to do that. Of course, I have a husband that dresses up. Not all post-traditional students have that.
The Red Storm.
Yes.
Not just dresses up.
Yes, dresses up as the Red Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
It's,
And, I've been able to take advantage and have the family fun night of the basketball game, or to go on campus and watch the soccer game before Rockets over Rio. That's a wonderful thing that we do here. As far as faculty and staff, I think we're blessed here to have that one-on-one. We have several faculty members. Jason Winters is one that will take time to meet with the students. And as an admissions representative, I have to schedule appointments with these different faculty and say, hey, I'm bringing a student to you. And they're very good to work with them. And I really think that that's a good thing here at Rio that we have.
Yeah, they know your name. They know who you are. And
Right.
that can be good and bad. They know when you're not in class, too.
yeah.
That's right.
true.
That's right.
Not a big lecture theatre where
What
Many.
I was reading somewhere where they have for every one faculty they have 14 students. And I
That's
think
our
that-
class size. Yeah.
Peter, just out of curiosity, what has impressed you the most about University of Rio Grande besides the soccer?
I mean, really, I think the whole business facility itself, it's modern, it's new. The classrooms themselves are all extremely up to date. It's modernised. I mean, the class sizes do help a lot when you're trying to learn new material. I have been, like, in my girlfriend's school especially, she sits in a lecture theatre of 300 students. Now, if you don't understand what the professor's talking about, you're lost. You can't ask questions. You can't have interaction because they just go through the material.
If everybody would ask a question, you would never get
Exactly.
anywhere.
The professor has the material before class, knows what he's doing, and goes through it no matter what.
And where does she?
She's in a FAU, Florida Atlantic University,
Huh,
in
okay.
Florida.
All right.
Whereas here, of course, with the smaller classes, we have a lot more interaction. We have a lot more presentations, getting up in front of people, especially when you go into business with your degree. They expect you to be able to present to managers. They expect you to be able to talk in front of groups of people.
Very important.
So here we get a lot more experience of presentations at larger schools due to the class sizes. They don't do anything like that.
And you can't get her to transfer up here?
No, I've tried. She's in Boca Raton.
Oh.
So,
She's-
I mean,
Oh, there's
She's what?
there's a little plus
Boca
there,
Raton.
too.
yeah, Boca Raton's a very nice place.
Oh.
Just close to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, but this is Southern Ohio.
I've tried. She said, is it snowing? I said, yes. Is it raining? Yes, no. I'm not going.
Well, in admissions, we would see that transfer student come in usually the second half of the year and say, oh, I was at another university that was just too big. I got lost. And so we would get that, student because it was just too much.
I've heard that story over and over.
It is a very big plus for small universities to sell.
Well, my undergraduate, I had 100 students that we enjoy the campus, and then there across the way was another 100 higher graduates, etc. So it is nice to know everyone.
It's good to know the professor's name and have them know you by name.
Yes.
It makes it a lot more personal, a lot more meaningful when you're actually going into class.
Now, University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College has around 2,400 students. Is that correct? And they come from a variety of different lives. Now, you were mentioning something about hybrid classes.
Okay, and that's a question that we get. What is a hybrid class? Well, a hybrid class is a class that is face-to-face. You meet with your professor, maybe the first class, and then maybe the next couple times you might just do internet. You might do work with the Blackboard or do online things with that professor, and then maybe meet back with the professor. It's basically what the professor's schedule is, but they will say we're only going to meet 3 times in this class period, and we're going to do the rest of the work online. And so it's very easy class to take if you are a working adult student.
You know, I'll be quite quite frank with you, online classes are doubly difficult.
Yes.
You know,
A lot of people might think, "Oh, that's easy or easier."
no,
It's
it's
not when you self-teach yourself.
That's right.
You have to be very committed and disciplined
Yes.
to go to it and complete it.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have
And-
to know
and-
the textbook
yeah.
inside and
They're
out.
beneficial for adult students because instead of saying they're easy, they're more time
They're convenient.
convenient. Yes, you do it at your own time. You fix dinner, you put the kids to bed, and then you get on
Yeah.
your computer and do your homework. That's just, but you have to get into that routine.
Right.
And you have to be able, and that's a wonderful thing about our professors. We can email them and say, hey, I don't understand this, you know, and they'll email you back and get answers. And if they don't, you go knock on their door.
So basically, a hybrid is education
Face
through
to face and online.
the. And are most of the classes hybrid, or is
No,
there?
it's really a lot of the evening classes. It's really what the professor prefers to teach and who you get, but most of them will be entirely online, the hybrid, or because we've had most face-to-face
We've had
classes
most face-to-face. I
in
know.
the MBA program.
I know ours is online now. I know in the second year of the MBA, currently they're doing every other week meeting.
Okay. All
At
right.
the professor's discretion,
Yeah.
kind of is how that works.
I also was reading some information. You're represented by 7 countries, or is it more countries than that? Like, for instance, England. And there are.
You mean on the soccer team? Or just the entire
The university has
University.
several, several
there's from
different.
I think
China
doing more than
and
7.
India.
Yeah.
The soccer team alone has about 7.
campus? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Whether
They've
you're
got-
talking just the soccer
They've
team
got
or the whole.
Japanese, Spanish, Brazilian,
Yeah.
English, Welsh.
And a lot of people don't think of that when they think
No.
Rio Grande Community College, University of Rio Grande, and that's surprising to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think our diversity has gone
Uh-huh.
up a little bit in the last 5 years or so.
Well, last year one of our guest hosts was a lady from China,
Oh,
and the year before that was a lady from India.
yes.
And it is interesting, the culture. I had the opportunity to talk with both of the young ladies about the food, because what's the old saying, a happy stomach, a happy life, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a happy wife is a
I
happy
think a
life.
happy stomach, happy husband. Or feed a man through his, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
Full
but
stop.
the quality of food or the cultural food is rather interesting. And does the University of Rio Grande have like an international food festival?
I think the Sodexo sometimes will have a couple of events
Yeah,
that.
they put a few different dishes on every week.
In how have you found the food?
I'm still waiting for English versions.
What are you looking at, Marmite?
That is the
or
one thing I am missing.
Haggis? Or?
They had made shepherd's pie last week,
Okay.
but fish and chips.
hmm
It's not a bad one to have.
And what did you miss? What
Fish
was
and
the
chips.
Fish and chips.
fish
yeah,
and chips?
fish and chips.
Yeah, chips is French fries.
Yes.
Is there any
Thick.
difference between your fries
Yes.
and ours?
Chips, French fries, they're a lot thicker. They're a
Okay.
lot bigger. Yeah. We normally cut them from real potatoes and then fry them however else.
Mm. Where ours are artificial potatoes?
No. I'm just saying they're
They're
all
fresh.
Yeah, I was
something?
fresh. Yes.
Yeah.
Amanda, I guess we only have a minute or two left, and I know that
Well.
you
Do you have any last
Well-
words?
and speak fastly.
I am out at the community. I'm at all the fairs and festivals, so please come up and talk to me. I help serve the 4 counties, our in-district 4 counties, so that's where I'm normally at. We have the off-site locations. We have a Meigs branch and we have a MacArthur Center that we're very proud of, and that will help with transportation needs because there's a lot of students in Benton County or Meigs County that can't come all the way down to main campus, and so we're proud of those centers.
Can you get information about what we talked about at those centers?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, they have all the information.
And how about getting in contact? What's the best way to get in contact with you?
My email is probably the best way because I am on the road a lot, but I'm at aehman@rio.edu.
aehman at rio.edu.
And
That's
is that
it.
all on the website?
Yes.
And rio.com, or excuse me,
Edu.
edu is their website.
Okay.
Minda, want to thank you very, very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I am holding a grudge on Jason Winters.
and the reason being is Jason chose his mother.
I know. That's fine.
Jason right now is probably at home.
Yeah, we think he's at home and not with his
Actually,
mother.
we talk, and he is with his mother at the present time in the hospital, helping her to get better.
Or just annoying her.
Or,
One of the two.
Jason, we miss you, and please come back.
Okay. I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
I'm Peter.
I'm Amanda.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great evening.